What's going on, my freedom-loving patriots? If you wouldn't mind, please like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. I have been gone. I apologize. I will start posting daily again. I am at my lady's house. If you guys see that the background is different, that is exactly why. Sorry, I just dropped the microphone. Today we are reacting to Agenda, first day for Donald Trump. Very excited. As you know, it was the election landslide, as we knew it would be. The Democrats offered zero policy, zero help, and zero solutions. All they did was talk about reproductive rights, which really just goes back to abortions. Reproduction means to produce. So running on abortion kind of contradicts that, doesn't it? So you're not really talking about making anyone's lives better. You're not talking about making anyone's life safer or helping our children. In the end, it comes down to the next generation, and we have to protect the kids, as I always say. And that is exactly what Trump ran on. What's going on, Squid Man? How are you doing tonight? Sorry I haven't been posting as much. I have been busy lately, but I will start posting again daily again. We are going to react together to Trump's Agenda Day 1 policy plans. I cannot wait till he's back in the White House. I am so pumped that he won. As we've been saying, it's going to be too big to rig, and they tried, but they didn't succeed. So I want to know, the people who are watching right now, did they require voter ID when you guys went out and voted? Because in the state of California, they were not requiring any voter ID when you were voting, which is just ridiculous, because you go buy alcohol, you go to the strip club, you go out to the casino, you want to buy a drink, you need ID. So you would think in the most important way, voting for our future, they would require voter ID, but unfortunately in the state of California, they did not require that, which really pissed me off. Let's see. Don't worry about it, man. You should spend more time with your girl. I'm actually at my lady's house now. That is exactly where I'm doing this video from. So yes, I agree with that. And I have been spending a lot of time with her lately. She is effing amazing. And yeah, hopefully one day in the future, you will get to meet her. But anyways, we are going to be reacting to the video that Trump posted today, pretty much laying down the groundwork for what he's going to be doing in his first days in office. I do believe they're going to bring back BLM. They're going to try to stir it up when he is inaugurated, just like last time. And they're going to try to create an insurrection, which they say the right always does. It's pathetic. No one's falling for it. Trump had record turnout, more than any conservative in our country's history, in regards to Black vote, in regards to Latino vote, in regards to every vote. And now the mainstream liberal pretty much calling Black and Latino men racist. And now liberal white women as well are saying they're going on a 4-year sex strike because they refuse to have sex or sleep with men who voted for Trump, which is just ridiculous. Anyways, please like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it started, y'all.
Plan to dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy from Washington corruption once and for all. And corruption it is. First, I will immediately reissue my 2020 executive order restoring the president's authority to remove rogue bureaucrats, and I will wield that power very aggressively.
This is one of the most important things that I think we need to speak about more, because there are so many unelected bureaucrats that are passing these policies, buying off for politicians, and him and Elon Musk need to do a deep dive into who's being paid off and by who. George Soros, if you were paid off by George Soros in any way, you need to be locked up. You need to be thrown in jail, because you are being bought and paid for by very dark money that is killing Americans on a daily basis while overrunning our border system with illegals and terrorists. It's not okay.
Second, we will clean out all of the corrupt actors in our national security and intelligence apparatus, and there are plenty of them. The departments and agencies that have been weaponized will be completely overhauled so that faceless bureaucrats will never again be able to target and persecute conservatives, Christians, or the left's political enemies, which they're doing now at a level.
I love that he's bringing back church, God. We need to start pushing this back in school again, because we used to sing the Pledge of Allegiance. We used to pray in schools. And now instead of that, they're bringing this trans agenda in schools, teaching it at all ages, starting the minute kids get into school. All it is DEI. All it is communism. And we need to get that crap out of schools and get back to basics, which we are a Christian-found country. We need to return to our founding principles.
Level that nobody can believe even possible. Third, we will totally reform FISA courts, which are so corrupt that the judges seemingly do not care when they are lied to in warrant applications. So many judges have seen so many applications that they know were wrong, or at least they must have known. They do nothing about it. They're lied to. Fourth, to expose the hoaxes and abuses of power that have been tearing our country apart, we will establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption. And there are plenty of them. Fifth, we will launch a major crackdown on government leakers who collude with the fake news to deliberately weave false narratives and to subvert our government and our democracy.
I've been saying we live in biblical times right now, and I mean, I would never say force someone to believe in a religion, but I would prefer to talk about God and the future than this woke nonsense that they're teaching in school, which is just DEI, which is just communism, telling people to judge people based off your skin color. I mean, you have 4-year-olds that are being brought into school, or 4 to 6-year-olds, like at very young ages, being brought into school talking about, we're going to treat you different because you're white. You should feel like you were under someone because you were born white. It's just disgusting that there's actually teachers that are going along with this. And I love that he's actually talking about demolishing the teachers union. We need to demolish the FBI. We need to demolish the CIA. Start with the CIA because they are the ones that are the most corrupt. As we all know, they control the music industry, they control the movie industry, and they control the feds. Once we get rid of the CIA, everything will get better. Everything.
Democracy. When possible, we will press criminal charges. Sixth, we will make every inspector general's office independent and physically separated from the departments they oversee so they do not become the protectors of the deep state. Seventh, I will ask Congress to establish an independent auditing system to continually monitor our intelligence agencies to ensure they are not spying on our citizens or running disinformation campaigns against the American people.
I absolutely love that. Yes, we need to make sure we are getting the right information across the board. And these little left-wing media production companies that are ran by the CIA need to be shut down because they are the enemy of the people, and they have been the enemy of the people since the early 1900s when the CIA created the term misinformation. That was literally created by the CIA. Misinformation just usually means that this is real information and that is factual. Anytime you hear disinformation, misinformation, it usually means that it's actually correct.
Or that they are not spying on someone's campaign like they spied on my campaign. Eighth, we will continue the effort launched by the Trump administration to move parts of the sprawling federal bureaucracy to new locations outside the Washington swamp. Just as I moved the Bureau of Land Management to Colorado, as many as 100,000 government positions could be moved out, and I mean immediately, of Washington to places filled with patriots who love America, and they really do love America. Ninth, I will work to ban federal bureaucrats from taking jobs at the companies they deal with and that they regulate. So they deal with these companies and they regulate these companies, and then they want to take jobs from these companies. It doesn't work that way. Such a public display cannot go on, and it's taking place all the time, like with Big Pharma. Finally, I will push a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on members of Congress. This is how I will shatter the deep state and restore government that is controlled by the people.
Yeah, we definitely need term limits. I've been saying that forever at this point. We got like, how many people in the Senate and the House are like 80 plus years old? I mean, these people can't even talk clearly. They're so out of touch with your basic American right now. They're paid for by China, paid for by these unelected bureaucrats, and they do nothing to solve the issues of everyday Americans. And yes, term limits are very needed right now, especially in the United States of America.
And for the people. Thank you very much.
Let me know what you guys think about that. I think that sounds amazing. That's just day one. Plus, we need to do the largest deportation ever in our country's history. because as you guys know, we have record terrorists in our country right now, record sex offenders, just terrible people that should have never entered the country, which didn't under the first Trump administration.
Because this is like, what do you think about that thing I sent you today that compares the number of people that voted in 2020 versus the number of people that voted in 2024 and in 2016?
Sure does look strange.
And in 2012. Have you seen it, Jamie? Yeah. It's so crazy. You look at it and you go, is this real? Oh, here it is. Because it doesn't seem to make any sense, because this is like one of the most consequential elections ever. I think everybody's pretty aware of that. And everybody is very dug in on their side. The left, he's Hitler. The right, he's saving us. And so more people voted, at least the indication would be as much people voted in 2020, if not more, probably more people.
I did not hear that. Did you hear actually that Hamas called for a ceasefire when Trump won the election? I mean, Trump is the anti-war president, so I wouldn't be surprised. And now Putin is saying the NWO, one world government, has actually been defeated because, as you know, he's going to end the Ukraine war day one. So all these wars that are happening, that have been happening the past 4 years with American taxpayer funds, are going to end day one. That means we're going to put the money back into the taxpayer. We didn't vote on these wars. We didn't vote to send billions of our taxpayer funds to Ukraine, to Israel, to Gaza, to Lebanon. I would rather put it back in the pockets of Americans or homeless veterans on the street, to be honest.
Voted. But let's look at the numbers. Like, look at the difference in how many people voted for Biden in 2020. It's unprecedented. It's way higher than any other time since 2012. And I'm sure probably before that, there was less people back then, right? So if you go back to when I was a kid, there was only like 200 million people in this country.
Yeah, and to be clear, 2012 and 2016 were not low turnout years.
No, they're all consistent. This is what's crazy. They're consistent. Look, they're all like 60. Look at where the number is. It's all like 65 million. Is that what it says? So that's all the same every fucking time except 2020. In 2020, it goes way the fuck up. Look at it. It's like 80 what? Is it 82? Is that what it was?
It was like 81 and change.
81.
Yep.
So it goes up.
This right here should show that the 2020 election was rigged. I hope CallMeTube, aka YouTube, doesn't ban me for saying this, but it just shows the polls. They're all the same in regards to voting. And then 2020 election, all of a sudden Biden's votes shoot up. And we already know what happened with the election in 2020. We don't need to go through that again. As we know, Trump said it was too. You guys see me still? Oh, sorry about that. It went out. In 2020, they were switching votes, as we know. They were bringing in ballots. They were letting illegals vote. This time, it's just everyone was for Trump. So they cannot rig it. And I mean, sure, they didn't require voter ID, but even if you had these, let's say 10, 15 million illegals voting, there was too many votes for Trump. So they couldn't rig it this time. It was just too big to rig, as Trump always says. So it's cool to see the graphs there. As you can see, 2020 was definitely rigged. Nothing surprising there. I want to show you guys one more video. It kind of is showing the left-wing news losing their minds, pretty much calling Latinos, blacks, pretty much every single voter that voted for Trump racist. And we shouldn't be surprised. This is their go-to when they don't get their way. They call everyone racist, or they call you a bigot because you didn't support their candidate.
I just say, Rev, really quickly, too. Democrats need to be mature, and they need to be honest. And they need to say, yes, there's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. Mm-hmm. It's misogyny from Hispanic men. Right. It's misogyny from black men. Things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading.
Isn't that rich? White liberals are calling Mexicans and black people who voted for Trump misogynist, or however you say the word, racist, because they supported Trump. How dare these white liberals? You got some nerves to be calling these people who aren't happy with this administration racist and misogynist. I'm not even saying the word correctly.
Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as President of the United States.
Has nothing to do with race. It has to do with a secure border. It has to do with a good economy. It has to do with feeling secure, like your family actually is safe, instead of going outside and having dumpster fires of illegals and homeless camps all around your country right now. That's what they voted on. They voted on policy and they voted on security. It's really that simple. So you guys want to continue to insult people, you're just going to lose more votes. And I'm here for it. I'm here for the leftist tears. Anyways, I just want to show you guys and react to a few videos. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I am back. I'm very excited that Trump won. The future has never looked so good as it does today under another Trump administration. The good thing is he only has one more term, and we have so many freedom fighters for the future that look like we're going to have an America First policy administration going on for quite some time. And I'm very excited, and I hope you guys are too. The left is melting down. I got a cup full of their tears. I love that, Squid Man. I see you updated your name. I like that. I never asked you your real name, but now I know it. So Matthew, I'll start calling you Matthew. Hope you guys have a great night. Please like, comment, subscribe. Peace.